What is going on, my friend? So I know this video is long overdue, but yeah, the thing is, when I was doing the tower on a beginner account, I had to go on a holiday and I simply didn't have the time to finish the tower. And by the time I returned, I mean, it was too late to keep grinding to get to 184, 189. Anyways, guys, today I'll be giving you my take about 184, 189. Now, I did those using the minimal amount of tower equipment that I used. Like, I almost didn't use any Black Dragon tower equipment, so I can show you guys what is the way to defeat those stages. When it comes to 184, in my opinion, this is the harder fight. Because in 184, if you don't have strong characters, at least, let's say, Fusion 7 or Fusion 8, if you don't have decent tower equipment that will, let's say, boost your health, you'll most probably get yourself being one-shotted by Circle Shroud Nightwolf, which is so unfortunate. And the most unfortunate part is that he can one-shot you during your combo, and you cannot do anything about it. That's super, super bad. Anyways, I beat this team using Classic Team, Classic Smoke, Classic Scorpion, and Warlock Quan Chi. And on Classic Smoke, I used Varmin's Lucky Hat, which unfortunately was maxed out for me. I'm saying unfortunately because I knew I would beat it even with Varmin's Lucky Hat being Fusion 2, Fusion 3, whatever. The Enigmatic Lantern also was maxed out, but you can use Smoke gear instead. It doesn't have to be the Enigmatic Lantern. Point being is, you need to make sure that you can protect your Scorpion. So this is the reason why I have Varmin's Lucky Hat on Smoke, so that you can protect your Scorpion. Also, my Scorpion has Dragon Teeth, which is maxed out, and everything else is a Legacy gear, so there's nothing special. And there is another thing that I used on Quan Chi. On Quan Chi, I use Shinta of Malice for additional team resistance to the buffs. Now, team resistance for the buffs is super important, and you don't have to have this gear maxed out. You don't. Even if you have Fusion 0, it will do. But definitely Shinta of Malice is going to be super, super useful. Now, what is the general gameplay of this fight? The general gameplay of this fight is kind of simple. Now, you should 100% kill Liu Kang. That won't be a big deal. And then comes the subtle part, because Sub-Zero on tag is going to kill you if you don't tag out and avoid the side bomb. However, if Nightwolf tags in, what I did was I immediately did special one on him before he was even able to throw his axe. So I made sure that at the moment I killed Liu Kang, I had 1 bar of power ready. And immediately after did special one on Nightwolf, I tagged to my smoke. Basically, this meant that Nightwolf will miss his axe, and that was pretty good news for me. And then from this point on, unfortunately, Nightwolf is going to execute my smoke. Thankfully, I have Quan Chi to save my smoke, and then back to Sub-Zero, who had shield. And this was the moment in time of this particular fight when I said to myself, okay, it is now or never. I don't care that they have a resilience like modifier. I kept on doing special one after special one after special one. I was taking advantage of the fact that Dragon Teeth gives basically critical chance on tag, and this is the way I beat this fight. Of course, I was also lucky that Nightwolf never threw his Tomahawk to me. I keep him occupied, and then the moment Sub-Zero tagged in, I managed to tag immediately to Quan Chi, sacrificing him in the process. And from this point on, I'm one-on-one with Sub-Zero, and he has no chance in hell. This is how I defeated Battle 184. It took me like 5 or 6 or 7 attempts, something like this. It wasn't really easy. In my opinion, this fight is much more difficult than 189. Now let's get to 189 itself. Alright, I was saying 189 is easy for one simple reason. Classic Kano simply dominates this fight. All you need to do is need to make sure that you have 100% resistance to the buffs. Let's say very close to 100, 90% will do. And then from this point on, more or less Classic Kano is unstoppable. All you need to do is to spam his special one. And you don't really require anything exceptional when it comes to gear. Really you don't. This fight isn't really difficult, guys. As you can see, I have the Cobra's boxing gloves on. Kano also have Grim Essence and Earth Elemental Face Mask. I have Grim Essence for additional power generation, but if you don't have it, you can use any equipment that gives power generation. It won't be problem at all. Again, Shinta of Malice on Quan Chi, it's super important, but it doesn't have to be maxed out. It simply doesn't. And I have Classic Smoke with Ninja, Yoro, and Sentu Blade. So generally speaking, Battle 189 isn't really that difficult, guys. All you need to make sure is that Kano survives. When it comes to the talents in both fights, you need to have talents that amplify your special one, Outward Scorch for instance, all talents that reduce the cost of your special one, and talents that make sure that you have chance to have special one for free. Once you have those, you won't have any issues with either battle. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and enjoy the rest of the fight. Take care, guys.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the side.